How is everybody doing? We're watching a bunch of today. Women try manspreading for a week.
My balls! I don't want my balls sticking to my legs.
Manspreading is when a man spreads his physical body to take up as much space as humanly possible.
If you're a guy, do you manspread? Yes. We have a reason to do that. If I'm at a like bus, I'm not gonna take up 5 feet of space. But if I could I will spread my legs out as much as my allotted space entails.
The key to manspreading is not noticing.
We grow up on 2 different tracks. People who manspread just are socialized not to worry about it.
I have so many vivid memories as a child of my mum telling me to close my legs.
With gender, we're constantly working towards trying to get to this middle.
I don't give a if people manspread. Here's my take. If people are mad about manspreading, just manspread yourself.
That's my first train trip as a manspreader. I just feel like a monster already. How can you do this every day without being conscious of it?
I just manspread on the bus.
How do you feel like a monster? You're just spreading out. How do you feel like a monster? It's just sitting. I got big ass thighs. Yeah, that's facts. Even if I sit like this, I'm taking up more space than most people. Like, this is if I sit like this, dude, I look like a dumbass.
It's day 2 of manspreading.
It's day 2 of manspreading. I don't think I can do this anymore. I'm getting so many looks. It's insane. I'm like, what the fuck were you acting like it's like day 2 of fasting?
And I forgot that I had to do this.
I think when
Okay, here's your issue. You're not naturally manspreading. There's a difference. Manspreading is when you're naturally sitting in a relaxed way. Like, if I'm just sitting, I'm gonna sit like this. This is manspreading. You're, like, purposefully just, like fucking awkwardly sitting. Put your legs out more. Like, you're still, like, you gotta commit. You gotta commit to just relaxing.
I just got my nails done, and I manspread during my entire manicure, and nobody really seemed to notice. I'm not sure if...
Cause it's not a big deal. Cause no one fucking cares. As long as you're not violating someone's space around you, you're allowed to spread. All the clips they showed of manspreading are people spreading their legs and not infringing on somebody else's space.
I'm halfway through the week and really not enjoying...
I'm halfway through the week. Manspreading isn't going as well as I thought it would. I'm growing exhausted. Like, why are you acting out of breath? Like, you're acting like it's like a day 4 of trying heroin.
I'm still giving my seat up to people who need it because, of course, I am.
I'll give my seat up for people who need it. If there's everyone sitting and one person standing and there's a seat next to me, I'll move the fuck over. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, sorry, man. Yeah, sorry, this one's taken. I'm like, what the fuck?
What is it between their legs that's so important?
A nutsack. A nutsack.
That it requires 2 to 3 seats when they're...
It's not 2 to 3 seats. I have never, in my 20 years of existence, seen someone take up 3 bus seats manspreading. You would have to lay down. If you close your legs when you sit, as to not offend onlookers, you're a puss bitch and deserve to have everything in your life taken away from you. Damn, Cam.
I saw a guy who was taking up 2 seats. When I sat down, I spread my legs out, which kind of pushed his leg into his own seat, and he turned to me and gave me a dirty look and said, seriously?
You're in his seat. Right here.
When I sat down...
That's why he said seriously, because you made him turn outwardly. That's why he said seriously. You are actually manspreading so much to the point that you're in their seat. It's not only because you're a guy and you want to manspread and you have balls, right? Men are also bigger than women. Like, on average. I'm 6'2". I have met 2 women in my entire life. If I'm in a Spirit Airlines flight, I'm gonna want to spread out. I'm not going to. If I'm middle seat and people are aisle and fucking window, I'm gonna sit like fucking nice. I'm gonna sit like so I'm not fucking annoying them, right?
Expected to be quiet, small, and almost invisible, whereas men can be...
See, like, show the left.
Expected to be quiet.
Show to the left. Like, is there space to the left? Like, they're not showing that. And I don't really think he's manspreading. He has a book bag in between his legs. He is sitting as close to his book bag as he could.
Whereas men can be these boisterous slobs.
Okay. Yeah, boisterous slobs. That's because there's no one that needs that seat, probably. If there is somebody that needs that seat and that guy's doing that, he's just a douchebag. You're probably in New York City or fucking Chicago or somewhere where people don't give a fuck. Just because one guy does it doesn't mean everybody applies to that. It's the same thing with anybody.
Today, instead of feeling the confidence that I've kind of been feeling the rest of the week, I started to feel a little guilty. While I was sitting there taking up 2 seats, a guy came up to sit next to me, and instead of...
While I was sitting there taking up 2 seats, a man with no arms and no legs came onto the bus, and I just decided to... Yep, looks like you're gonna need to take the next one. Yep. Yeah, no, nobody's that big of a dick, okay?
And instead of saying something to me, he just sat on the edge of the seat the entire time.
So I've come across another...
That's not... Do you see how fucking awkward that is? Do you see how fucking awkward that is? That's not... Man, dude, you're not doing it right. Like, you can tell when you're thinking about it. Like, I can tell you're thinking about sitting that way. Just fucking sit. Just sit down and just fucking sit there. When you have to visit, when it looks like you're visibly thinking about, like, I have to move my foot an inch to the right. Like, like, it's so obvious.
But wait, they identify as female. Women can take up space as well?
Yeah, who cares? I don't give a fuck if somebody spreads out. I don't give a shit. Have you seen that anti-manspreading chair that was made? No. I'm Googling it. This looks like the most uncomfortable chair ever. It's a fucking bro. I just genuinely think if you're that hard-pressed that somebody sits like this, you gotta figure it out. Like, if that... in life, if you let this bother you, you must be the most annoying person to be around. One of the chairs forces men to put their knees together to explode their balls, and then men will no longer be able to reproduce. Therefore, solving the problem of all men. No way she used the Snapchat filter.
I've not enjoyed this week at all. The very first day where a group of people came.
See, that's not manspreading. That's just you being a dick. You're not letting them sit down. Like, I'll agree with you. If a guy does that, they're a fucking asshole. You should let somebody sit down.
And they were all desperate for a seat, and I was taking up 3 seats, and they started talking about personal space. All their eyes were just on me, and they were mostly women. If it was a group of dudes, I would have been like, yeah.
I thought that manspreading would kind of give me this air of disregard because I thought that I worried too much about what people think, and I've realized that I worry just enough. You should be concerned with whether or not the people around you are comfortable because that means you're a good community member.
I'm gonna say this: if I'm on a Spirit Airlines flight, they should try and manspread on a fucking Spirit flight. Everyone's gonna be uncomfortable on that fucking flight, regardless of how you're sitting. Everybody's uncomfortable.
When I got to sit next to men who were taking up way too much.
He's not. Look, you're bro. He's sitting that's how I would sit on a bus. I would sit like that. His legs are probably 9 inches, 10 inches apart, and he's just on his phone. That's normal.
Next to men.
You're also sitting normal. If I was on the window seat or the aisle seat, not the window seat. If I was in the aisle seat, I would sit like that. You know what did happen one time, though? And I could tell she was pissed at me. I was on a flight one time, a Spirit flight, and I was sitting very spread out, right? I have my leg out. Like, say this is the aisle, right? I have my leg out like this. Like, say this is the aisle here. I have my leg out. And they have that dumbass cart that they fucking push down there. You want any pretzels? They're walking down the flight. I have my leg out. She doesn't even wake me up to move me. She runs over my fucking foot. Like, just tell me to move. Just tell me to fucking move.
I deserve to sit here.
To be forced to manspread really showed me how up your own ass you have to be as a person to not.
I'm gonna start being a dick. At this point, this is not helping.
To the man that's taking up too much space on a bus, on the plane, on
that's not too much space.
Bench.
Oh my God, he's manspreading on a bench with 4 people that could seat 15. Why does that matter?
To the young women out there, I say you should definitely be aware of your surroundings. If there's something that you want, if there's something you want to say, if there's a position.
Like, I wouldn't care. Like, I've never really manspreaded that much, but like, even if I did, if someone told me like, hey, could you like move your leg in? I'm not going to get mad. Like, it wouldn't bother me. Just say something. The majority of the people won't care. Now, comments turned off. That's a fucking shocker. Wish I could see the like to dislike ratio on this one. We confronted manspreaders on the subway. Oh, nah, dude.
I try my best not to manspread. I mean, the only reason my legs are open is because there's a bag between it. But otherwise, I'm like, sit regularly. It's really annoying when people manspread. I've been the victim of manspreading.
The victim? It's not a... The victim? It's not a fucking crime.
Familiar with the term manspreading?
Manspreading? Never heard of it before in my life.
He's manspreading, yeah. But she has enough room. So does this other person here. Like, there's enough room for all of them.
Manspreading. I'm guessing that's the leg as I'm doing like this.
That was a perfect definition. Yes. What, have you heard the term manspreading?
No, but is that why you asked me? Was I doing it?
It could be construed as a
But he's not blocking other people's space. Like, he's not being rude in that regard. If two people are going to sit in that area and there's enough space for him to spread out, he can spread out.
Have I ever thought that I'm taking up too much space?
See, like, I can't do that. Like, if I sit, another thing that guys do, hold up. You can sit, like, I can't, this is uncomfortable. Like, I'm squeezing. I sit like this. Guys sit like this. Girls usually sit like that. There's a reason for that.
I see that two other people are sitting beside me comfortably. So,
oh, he's not manspreading at all.
I think that's the standard.
She's a little smushed in. She might be, like, slightly smushed.
She just got up because she doesn't want to deal with you, not him. Here's the solution for this. Everyone manspreads. Not to the point where you're taking up seats, but everyone spread your legs out. Boom, done. Shane for the 300 bits. I'm done manspreading. I'll just kill the next generation. Feminist pours water on men's lap to stop them from manspreading. Instant karma. I need to see this. If somebody poured water in my lap, I would punch them in the face. Dude, bro. Oh, there's about to be a problem. If somebody walked up to me and just poured water in my lap, couldn't you sue them? I would get their name and I would sue them for harassing me. I would fucking counter that shit. I would say, oh yeah, I'll see you in court on fucking Tuesday. Oh. And then you try to make the getaway? Oh, fucking RKO! Watch out! RKO! The fucking down, dude. No, it's over. It's over. You just pour. That was like a gallon of water she just poured. Water and bleach. Oh, dude, she would get the shit kicked out of her. Like, I won't be surprised by the end of the video if it's a picture of her with her fucking face just swollen. That's like a douchebag thing to do, regardless of who you're doing it to. Oh, nah. I'm hitting them with that like, soccer kick. Just a double jump fucking sideways slam. Oh, I'm fucking, dude. Nah, that has to be illegal. Can you do that? Can you pour water and bleach in people's laps? This is her solution to combating the disgusting act that is being fought around the world. The solution is 30 times more concentrated than the mixture used during laundry. Is that really bad? Couldn't that harm someone if you're just pouring bleach on them? E-colors in the fabric, leaving indelible stains. Oh, yeah, no, you could sue her. If she ruined your clothes, if she's pouring that bleach water on your clothes and ruining it, I would fucking sue the shit out of her. I need to see somebody do something about it. Dude, there's no shot she gets away from every single person. There has to be a point where she just, like, gets dropped. Like, you gotta, like, she's doing it to, like, businessmen and shit. There has to be a point where she does it to some, like, regular, like, classic, stereotypical New Yorker, and they just fucking deck her. Bro, that guy wasn't even manspreading. He was fucking asleep. He was actually asleep. That guy was actually passed out. Oh, nah. Dude, I want to see what happens. Nah, chat, what would you do if she poured water on you? I would actually just sue her. I would actually just sue her. I wouldn't want to punch her because then you would get sued yourself. You would definitely get sued yourself if you punched her. No. She would sue the shit out of you. That would not go well.